Alright, so in this video I will be going over how to develop blueprints for the model creation, model dimensioning activity. Alright, so we've gone over the different rules or guidelines to dimensioning, and you've created those parts for model creation, and so now you're going to develop blueprints for those parts. We're going to start by clicking on A Custom Landscape. There are two versions here. B, you can see it's just a little bit larger. We're going to use A Custom Landscape and create. This icon here, or this box here, you can hit skip. Now you can fill this out. The title can be what you'd like. I suggest labeling it whatever part you're about to do. So I'm labeling it MC1 or Model Creation Part 1. Scale. What I have found is that anywhere from a 0.5 or half an inch to a 3/4 inch or a 0.75 works the best, so I'm going to use 0.75. I'll leave hour blank. Obviously you would fill in your own hour. The date is always located in the lower right hand corner of your monitor. And then your name. Alright, so I've got this blueprint here that's got all that information filled in along the bottom. If you had made a mistake, you can simply click on this plus and double click on field text, which will allow you to prompt or change anything in here. I'm going to go to base. We're going to search. For you, you will search in your PLTWX. I have put my part out on the desktop, part number 1. Right, on my blueprint I said scale of 0.75, so I'm going to scale right here 0.75. I'm going to drag my front view down in the lower left corner. If this view was not the appropriate view, you're welcome to change this view box here to make it whatever you need it to be. So there's my front view. As I move my cursor, I get my top view, right side view, and then an isometric, and hit OK. Right? As I hover over each of these shapes, you're going to see I get that red box. If I click on that, I can move my objects around. I will typically place this isometric view as tight in that corner as I can. Right? Now the dimensioning. I go up to annotate, I click dimension. I generally start out with my overall dimensions. So I'm going to grab my overall width, overall height, and overall depth. Right? From there, then I work on my details, making sure to dimension everything, but also follow those dimensioning guidelines. I don't like this overlapping, so I'm just going to click on it and I can drag my number on the other side. The idea is that you want to sit back now and look at your blueprint and identify any missing dimensions and think to yourself, could you recreate this part if you were given this blueprint, right? And it might even be beneficial to ask a classmate to look at it and see if they would be able to create this part off of this blueprint, right? Be sure that we are following those guidelines, right? We're not breaking any rules. This one looks good. I'm just going to slide this over a little bit. Right? So that you don't have to save multiple times as you proceed with this. If I go back to place view, I can click new sheet and start my next one. I think I did MC5. Again, 0.75 is my scale. Dates in that lower right corner. Then you name and you hit OK. Right, my first sheet is up here, sheet 1. If I double click on it, there it is. There's sheet 2. And I can start by adding Alright, again I would just keep dimensioning all of the parts that I've developed. Thank you.